Good morning. It is Christ the King Sunday, the final Sunday of our church year. And as we just heard, Jesus is on the cross. We must wonder, how does the world embrace a king, embrace one who walked this world in such vulnerability, acceptance of others, compassion, mercy, and forgiveness? The image of king for human beings in Jesus' time and still today conjures up images of one who is powerful, one who will fight, one who is in charge and take charge. Jesus is not that. He is not a king of might. He is not a king who makes right by imposing his will, or building an empire, or creating a treasury filled with gold and fine gifts. Jesus is a king who walks with people, with us. He remains in relationship, and that relationship is love. It is a love that even as he is on the cross with his arms outstretched, beaten, bloodied, mocked, derided, in the company of criminals, he extends to all people. Jesus continues to teach us how to love as he asks God to forgive those who have failed to understand who he is. When asked by one of the criminals, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom, Jesus responds, today you will be with me in paradise. Today, not tomorrow, not some far distant time in the future, today. God's glory is revealed in Jesus, is a concept we can barely begin to comprehend. This moment of grace, mercy, compassion, a moment of love that is revealed. There is an immediacy to the depth and breadth of his love. The fullness of who Jesus is in the glory of him is the glory of God revealed in light and hope and love in the flesh. Even as he hangs here, he rises above the torment. His arms are open to all humanity and all creation. The good, the bad, the ugly, the divine, the beautiful. There is not one person in all creation who cannot be within the reach of his loving embrace, unless that one chooses to turn away or deny him. Those whose hearts have been hardened, like the other criminal next to Jesus on the cross, who derides him. Jesus' love, this love, is an enduring love. For us, mere human beings, this love is forged through the trials and tribulations of this life and world. We begin to understand it as we move through life if we focus on Jesus. As we encounter Paul, he is writing to the Colossians. Once again, Paul is in prison, shackled in chains. Here in the dark, dank prison cell, we get a glimpse of the strength of his faith and the depth of his convictions. Paul has been imprisoned many times for preaching the gospel and speaking the truth. For Paul, his love of Christ is worth all the suffering he endures. It is worth dying for, which makes his encouragement all the more powerful. The people of Colossae have heard false teaching that as Christians, true heavenly wisdom and spiritual perfection can only be attained by elevating oneself above the body and material realm. This is not how Jesus lived. He didn't elevate himself above others, and he was very much in the body. Although Jesus was God, the fullness of divinity, of the mystery of God enfleshed in human form, he was down to earth in every way, and yet he is exalted above all creation. Paul's beautiful prayer focuses on Christ and his desire for the Christians in Colossae. In the prayer, Paul expresses all the love he has in his heart for Christ and the people. He prays, "May you be made strong with all the strength that comes from his glorious power, and may you be prepared to endure everything with patience, while joyfully giving thanks to the Father, who has enabled you to share in the inheritance of the saints in light. He has rescued us from the power of darkness and transferred us into the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins." Paul encourages Christians through the generations to be the light, hope, and love we were created to be, to share with one another, to lead in this world as Jesus did, not with flash or triumph, but with love, compassion, vulnerability, drawing on the strength forged within through an intimate relationship with Jesus the Christ, and walking through the trials and tribulations of this world. This is such a time of change for us. Today is the culmination of our church year. Next Sunday will be our last Sunday together. The focus on Jesus' death and the cross is where his glory is revealed. It is his finest moment, his most exalted moment, and yet it appears like his darkest, most wretched, most vulnerable moment. And we each must wrestle within our hearts and minds as we seek to comprehend the agony and ecstasy of the cross. We do not always feel loved. We do not always feel cared for. We do not always feel companioned. Yet in our most desolate moments, when we feel alone or lost, Jesus is with us, carrying us, tending us, encouraging us. He is the Good Shepherd, the promised Messiah, the Shepherd King. In this world where change is coming, let the love, the hope, the light shine from within you, so that divine spark, the glory of God, may shine forth. Be gentle and kind with one another. Be honest. Speak truth in love. Strive to keep your focus, and may your focus always be on the risen Christ, the Christ who transcends all the humanness of our world to draw forth divine love. Amen.